I was reflecting on the centennial celebrations, and a thought came to my heart that it's a second chance for us. It's another chance. Why? Because we observed during the centennial celebration of Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti-vijnana Goswami Maharaj, there was a surge. There's always a surge. There was a surge at the time of the centennial celebrations of our Prabhupada, Srila A.C. Bhakti-vijnana Swami Prabhupada. So it's another chance. And what I heard from many senior devotees, disciples, Diksha and Shiksha disciples of Srila Gurudev, that when they heard the Harikatha of Srila Gurudev, which comes on Gaudiya Rasamrit, and many memories that took place during that year, they said that we never caught that message the way we did now after so many years. Some of them admitted of being present, some of them admitted of being in the presence of Gurudev when those Harikathas were given, but they said at that point in time they could not internalize the message as much as they are doing it now. So Shamanani Didi said that when Gurudev's Harikatha came on Gaudiya Rasamrit in a restored manner, that it's a second chance for all of us in general, and what to speak of the centennial celebrations. So in light with following in that little success that was achieved during Gurudev's centennial, we thought why not do the same for Guru Maharaj. And for all of you who are on the Vishuddha Chaitanya Vani WhatsApp group, you would already be aware that we have the Sankalpa of launching Harikatha every single day of Srila Bhakti-vijnana Bharati Goswami Maharaj. One Harikatha in Hindi and one in English. And as we are trying to program his different Harikathas, I'm just astonished as I'm going through those Harikathas again, some of which I've had the good fortune of hearing directly, some of which I've not heard, and newer dimensions are coming through that Harikatha. And I believe that I humbly request all the devotees to take full advantage of this everyday release that will take place. There's another thought connected to this which I want to share, which was growing in my heart as I was coming here to observe this ceremony. If you see, one of the favorite verses of Srila Maharaji was Ata Shri Krishna Namadi na bhavet grahyam indriyai sevan mukhe jivadu swayami vaspurtiyada. And I had some understanding of it in an ordinary sense. As Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada said, that Gaudiya Math is that place among the Agyarudi Vichar in the entire world. Gaudiya Math is that place where the Vidvadrudi Vichar descends. So Agyarudi is the ordinary understanding of the words of the scriptures that appear to the conditioned souls, essentially predominated by Rajas and Tamas. And Sadharanirudi is, Agyarudi is the ignorant understanding, and Sadharanirudi is the ordinary understanding of the words of the scriptures that appears to the conditioned souls or the practicing devotees. But Vidvadrudi is the highest conception which becomes manifest in the heart of the pure devotees. And Gaudiya Math is that place where Vidvadrudi descends. Not that we place a board and say this is Gaudiya Math. Wherever it may be, Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada said, wherever the Vidvadrudi descends, that is Gaudiya Math. This is the very subtle definition that he gave. And Guru Maharaj used to say, what does it imply when you say Sevan Mukh? What does it mean? Sevan Mukh, he defined what do you mean by sincere. He said, sincere is someone who has no other intention other than to please Hari, Guru and Vaishnav. And Sevan Mukh is devoid of all material propensities. Your completely, your intense absorption is to bring pleasure to your Savior Vastu, Sevan Mukh. So we may have Agyarudi or Sadharani Rudi Vichar of the words of what constitutes Seva or what does it mean to be Sevan Mukh. But the Vidvat Rudi is this. And as I'm reflecting more on many of the teachings of Guru Maharaj, what we caught when we were in his presence, as opposed to as we served more and more, and we are coming to understand the higher dimensions of what Guru Maharaj meant. And I'll simply refer to one darshan Guru Maharaj had with Srimati Shamanani Didi, one of the senior most Prabhupada disciples in our Sangha. And out of her own sincerity, I see, because of her own sincerity, that darshan unfolded the way it did. And she said that I've been traveling and preaching. I mean, she's practically spent 50 years in Krishna consciousness. And she said, yet I do not have taste for the holy name. And Guru Maharaj, because of her sincerity, he responded saying that then you must have served with ulterior motive. Because if you serve with an intention of name, fame, position, or any ulterior motive for that matter, the Naam will not manifest on your tongue. The spurti, the sport of the Naam will not take place. And Guru Maharaj went on to say in that darshan, saying that all the services that we do are good, but they're not good enough as long as it doesn't bring us to the highest service, which is to perform Mansi Seva, which is a revelation to you, not your imagination, which is a revelation to you in your Naam. That is the highest service we'll perform. And he said, we ought to aim for that and not just remain complacent with where we are. And he said there are no shortcuts, there is no deception, there is no cheating to get there. There is only one way you can get there, and that is if you are totally free of all ulterior motives, name, fame, anya abhilashita shunyam. Only and only then you will get the spurti of the Naam. And as I'm reflecting that we will hear from many more devotees as to so many beautiful harmonizations and reconciliations and understanding of the scriptures that Guru Maharaj illuminated in his presence and is still illuminating in his unmanifest position. But I'm reflecting, am I qualified to really, really internalize them? What is my qualification? Because one time Shamanani Didi, again, when she went to Srila Gurudev, she said the same thing. I've been preaching for many, many years, and I think I have an intellectual understanding of what I'm preaching, but I have no realization of what I'm preaching. So she expected Srila Gurudev to say, intellectual understanding is okay, but you got to go to the point of the realized understanding of what you're saying. But to her astonishment and surprise, Gurudev said, intellectual understanding is no understanding. And that is why we may say that, oh, we are engaging in kirtan, we are engaging in smaran, but what is the vidvat rudi vichar of what actually constitutes kirtan, what actually constitutes smaran? I remember one darshan in east of Kailash when one devotee asked Guru Maharaj that what should we do when we chant the holy name? Should I be meditating on Krishna's form? And she was just about to go on and on with that, and Guru Maharaj said, Krishna is transcendental. Your senses are material. You think you can subjugate Krishna with your materially contaminated senses? And materially contaminated senses means that senses which are utilized for our sense gratification. That's called contaminated senses. Sevan Mukhe Jivado. Again, he brought it back to the same point. And then just as Maharaj had this hallmark of giving just amazing analogies with which it became easier to understand the subject matter. He said, for instance, take an egg and you draw a chicken which is going to pop out of that egg. No matter how much you imagine how that chicken will look, okay, when it breaks out of the egg, will it be different or will it be the same as what you do on the eggshell? So the devotee answered, no, it will be different. So he said, then what's the point in wasting the time with your imagination? When it will become self-manifest, you will see it. And that's what Srila Jiva Goswami says in the Sandarbhas, that Smaran is a subject of investigation. To investigate what has become manifest to your vision as Purti. Smaran is not imagination. And he goes on to even clarify that Smaran is not just remembering the words of our Guru Varga. Even that is not Smaran. I remember, I know that many senior devotees call it bona fide remembrance. But it's not. It's not. And it's very much in line with what Srila Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj said about the same darshan he was personally present when Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada said that when someone got newly initiated, and he posed this question to Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, that should I be meditating on a form? And Srila Saraswati Prabhupada said the only sentiment, emotion that you can get into your chanting is the extent of your surrender. And through that surrender, everything will be revealed. And Guru Maharaj used to say that Vaishnava Seva is Anupan. Vaishnava Seva is Anupan, without which you cannot actualize the Aushadhi, which is Harinam. Harinam is the medicine, but Vaishnava Seva is Anupan. But how we perform that Vaishnava Seva, what really means to be Sevanmukh, and how narrow that is, that which will actually get us to the point of doing, realizing Nam. And it is so phenomenal. So this was just one reflection, and it applies for all the teachings, and there is nothing else spontaneously coming to my mind except for praying to Guru Maharaj on his Tithi that may I be in a position to actualize his causeless mercy. His causeless mercy is there because it's causelessly there. Like Srila A.C. Bhakti-vijnana Swami Prabhupada said, causeless mercy means the rope of the instruction has been put, thrown, you're in the ocean, and you got to hold it, grab it. And that's what Guru Maharaj said, that hearing does not only mean that some vibration, your eardrums have been vibrated by the sound vibration. There is some reaction to the sound vibration hitting your eardrums. Hearing actually means only if you've internalized what has been said. Only and only if you've internalized what has been said and resolve to follow to the best of your capacity, then you can say that you've factually heard the message. Only and only then you can say. So with this, I conclude my little offering, and we would hear from different Vaishnavas. Hare Krishna, Danda Pranam. One of the personal interactions I remember was here in Mayapur only. You were there. Madhapriya Prabhu was there. Sundar Gopal Prabhu was there. And I had an interaction with a devotee who was speaking not so very nicely about a very senior Vaishnava whom I have respect for. And I also knew that what he was stating as facts was just hearsay. It had no basis. And I humbly requested to reconsider what he said, because he's really an exalted personality. And I happened to serve with that Vaishnava, along with that Vaishnava. So it became like a dire situation for me, that if I come into his presence, in his association, then I got to inevitably hear something or the other about that Vaishnava whom I have respect for. So the next day, immediately, I came to Guru Maharaj with this question, And he quoted this verse, Dadati prati grinati, guhyamakyati prichhati, bhunkte bhojayate chaiva, shadvidha priti lakshanam. He said, these are the 6 loving exchanges which constitutes association. How are you associating with someone? When by your heart, you're performing these 6 exchanges. And he said, when it comes to those who are offensive, but it becomes inevitable for you to be in their physical proximity, then you have the choice, you have the full independent choice to exercise only 3 exchanges and reject the other 3. And he said the 3 are about giving and 3 are about receiving. So he said you can choose to be, you can choose, that's also your choice. You can choose to give, dadati, but pratigrinati, not to accept anything from him. Likewise, guhyamakyati, you can say but not take to heart his words. And bhunkte bhojayate chaiva, you can offer Mahaprasad or any medical help or anything. From the giving point of view, you can do it, but not to receive anything from that Vaishnava. One time I remember Shamanani Didi, similarly, her godbrother came who was very, very offensive towards Srila Gurudev. And he happened to be in Gurudev's presence, and Gurudev was speaking very sweetly with him. And Shamanani Didi said that, how are you so, so freely and sweetly speaking to him? And Gurudev just smiled. And Gurudev said, you have to honor everyone, but there are gradations of honoring. I honored him out of etiquette, but not from my heart. So Guru Maharaj there and then instantaneously said that there is a way of, and he quoted the verse by Srila Bhakti-Vinod Thakur, Na sambhashe tare Bhakti-Vinod maun dhare. That Vaishnav Charitra Sarvada Pavitra, that verse he quoted, saying that Vaishnavas are always pure. Their character, their ideal is always pure. And those who speak ill of them out of envy, I choose to not even utter a word with them. And likewise, we had the good fortune of many, many darshans, but exactly around 10 years have passed since his departure. And I reflect every single day. As to what have I factually gained. Like Guru Maharaj humbly said that it took him, 11 years of being in the mutt to get rid of his samskar, sukruti utta. Out of his humility, he said that that was his lacking. But that was only out of his sadhak uchit humility. That from my high upbringing, it took me around 10 to 11 years to even give up only accepting prasad or mahaprasad or charanamrita of the Lord from a Brahmin born devotee. And then what to speak of those who have come from not so privileged backgrounds. And for that he always used to say, Rome was not built in the day. Rome was not built in a day. That gives us faith. Just one last thing I would say in one darshan. One devotee posed a question to Guru Maharaj saying that, when will I get rid of sense gratification? And Guru Maharaj just smiled. He said, after hundreds and lifetimes of performing devotion, there will come one lifetime where from within you will say no. You will have no inclination, no taste for it. Till then we must give our the best effort, the most sincere effort. And Guru Maharaj said this, that only those who are free from deception and only those who are selflessly serving, they will get revelations in their heart. Just like he would quote always the example of Govind, Mahaprabhu's servant, that when it came time to massage Mahaprabhu and Mahaprabhu was resting after honoring, that he crossed over Mahaprabhu's body by keeping a cloth over it. And nowhere in the scripture such a reference is there, but it manifested by his service. And when it came time for himself honoring Mahaprasad, he had the chance to again do the same by putting a cloth over Mahaprabhu's body and crossing over. But when Mahaprabhu posed the question to him, he said, no, for your service I could do this, but not for my own seva. And in that, Guru Maharaj said that gopis, they were not literate, but through their selfless service, they had all the realizations. Because when Krishna asked them for his food dust, for their food dust, they gave it without hesitation, at the cost, at the prospect of having to go to hell for millions of lifetimes. They did not even hesitate one bit. And Guru Maharaj emphasized they were illiterate, so to speak, externally. And rishis like Narad rishis, who were all knowers, they refused that food dust. So this is the gift of selfless service. And Guru Maharaj, I believe I can say that I've got a little understanding of what Srila Gurudev said one time. He said, I got more from my Guru Maharaj after his absence than in his manifest presence. And he's talking about Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, in whose personal service Srila Gurudev was. And he's saying this. And we stand a chance, like Guru Maharaj said, that how far apart is the lotus from the sun. When the sun rises, the lotus blossoms. So he said this directly looking into my eye, saying that our connection, our factual connection is based on seva. And based on, to the extent that you follow the instructions as it is, to the extent that you selflessly serve, we will never be disconnected. So we have this hope. And I get a feeling that I have an eternal embrace of Guru Maharaj. His presence is always there. His presence is felt. I've never felt orphaned, even after his departure. Although I had the very little window of associating with him, 3 to 4 years. But there is a lot of hope. And to always remain connected with his Vani, to always remain engaged in service, and whenever service comes, to jump like your hair is on fire. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Hearing some very beautiful points from Ambarish Prabhu and about this centennial. Very nice that we get this 1 year to to refresh ourselves and to go deeper into Maharaj's teachings. I remember reading one article of Gurudev, Srila Bhakti-vijnana Narayan Goswami Maharaj, saying that, yes, when the Guru leaves, generally before that we're serving and we're busy serving Guru and we don't have time. But when Gurudev leaves, then we have time to reflect on what he has actually said to me and let that go deeper into me. So yeah, it's a beautiful point that we have that opportunity this year to increase, and how you were saying that with Gurudev, that time was there also recently, a reinvigoration, which was a lot connected with Yashodanandan Prabhu and other Vaishnavas. So yeah, very important. And I was remembering that what you were saying, that yeah, you had not so much association 2-3 years, but you were praying for seva, and that seva came to you, because we can only have so much opportunity to serve the Vaishnava, especially sannyasi. They only have some small group. Of course, with Srila Prabhupada and the great acharyas, they have a big mission. But in one sense, Maharaj's mission didn't look expansive from the outside. So hard sometimes to do some seva. And but the inspiration came, okay, I'll do this seva. And then from taking that inspiration, then Maharaj inspires us through that. And Maharaj's character is very much about, okay, you take inspiration, you take some responsibility. Why do I have to tell you? And sometimes he said, why do I have 5 sevaks here? You know, what are they all doing? So it's very much about our own initiative under the guidance of Guru and Gauranga. So yeah, beautiful reflections about Maharaj's favorite verse, and how he continues to inspire us. Where are my glasses? 1 minute. Actually, many of the things also you said reminded me, we have a little reading group, and we've been reading Essence of All Advice by Srila Bhakti-vijnana Narayan Goswami Maharaj, and he was saying similar things. Don't stay on the same platform. Don't stay on the kanishta. You've got to move up. You've got to move up. You've got to grow. And by chanting, and by taking the association by seva, these things he's mentioning. So beautiful reminders, and how the harmony is there with all these great Vaishnavas teaching us. So I'd like to invite Devamai to speak and glorify Srila Bhakti-vijnana Bharati Maharaj. Devamai, I don't know if anybody doesn't know Devamai, but she has almost single-handedly organized these programs. And we so often we turn up and say, oh, great program, let's hear Harikatha, but without that foundation of being dedicated to get into the nitty-gritty, which most of us, it's difficult, that these are beautiful offerings in themselves. So we invite Devamai Didi to glorify Srila Bhakti-vijnana Bharati Maharaj. There's that one there.
Omigyantimirandasya Gananjana Shlakaya Shakshar Melitamyana Teshma Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Kripaka Vataya Maryada Rakshari Vaishnavanam Kripa Prashtakami Shri Bhaktiram Bharatam Ashrayama. So I was thinking when you two were talking about service, one time I was introducing Brajanath Prabhu to somebody, and I said, Brajanath used to be Gurudev Narayan Maharaj's secretary. And Brajanath said, I still am. So yeah, the service continues. Okay, I'll tell a story about Maharaja's mercy. So you probably all know when I first showed up, I had dreadlocks. And then some devotee said, this is not a Vaishnav hairdo. And so one time I went to Maharaj over here, and I asked Maharaj, should I cut my hair, or is it okay? And he asked me, do you like it? Do you remember? You were there. He said, do you like it? I said, yes. And then he nodded. And then I sat there, waiting for his answer. And then I sat there. And then I sat there some more. And then it was you, right? And then Maharaji said, what Maharaj is saying is that don't do anything until you're ready, and then when you're ready, you can cut it. And then I thought, okay, what kind of answer is that, And then maybe like a year later or something, I asked Maharaj, how come he didn't answer me? And Tapashi Maharaj said that was Maharaj's mercy, because if he asked you, do you like it? And you said yes. So if he told you to cut it, then maybe you would be upset. And if you did it, and then maybe if you didn't do it, then you would be committing Vaishnav Ninda for not following his instructions. So that's prominent in my mind. So what can I say about my Gurudev? One thing I can say is that I really love this picture of him, because I always feel like he's chastising me when I look at it. I know this picture is not about me, but that's the way I feel, and for some reason it feels good because I know I deserve it. Anyway, I just always try to remember three main things that he is known for. Is knowing who the Vaishnavas are, knowing what their contribution is. And so I'm always trying to find out who these different Vaishnavas are, what their name is, who their guru is. It's a little bit difficult with the language barrier. Closer? Okay, so knowing who the Vaishnavas are, knowing their contribution, serving them, trying to find a way to serve them. So, we're supposed to dovetail whatever we bring to the table, we're supposed to dovetail it. So I know you all know I'm like super hyperactive, rajasic person with too much energy. so I'm lucky he gave me some opportunity to try to do some service and, to put that rajasic nature to good use. And the other thing is non-sectarianism. And I'm naturally not non-sectarian. My mom was Jewish, my dad was Lutheran. Any religious practice I ever participated in, I tended to be inclined to whatever we were doing non-sectarianism-wise. So sometimes I just like to talk about that with devotees, about being non-sectarian. Like, everybody should think their Gurudev is the best, right? Everybody should think their Sangha is the best. Otherwise, why would they be there? But you can think your Gurudev is the best. I certainly think my Gurudev is the best. And, you can think your Sangha is the best. And, but it doesn't mean criticize others. So, I don't know, there's this kind of movement among people like in ISKCON and Gaudiya Math. In LA, they told me, LA ISKCON, they told me that they call themselves the bridge builders. The people, bridge builders. They published an album, I can't even remember what it's called, close to a decade ago, where they on purpose had one ISKCON devotee and one Gaudiya Math person sing a bhajan together. And it was produced by Madhu, I think, and it actually got nominated for some music award. Anyway, so I just always try to be mindful of that, like, think we're the best, but no other people think they're the best, and they should. If they didn't think they're the best, then they should be somewhere else, obviously. So I know it's not Gaudiya Vaishnav tradition to demonstrate mystic cities, but I can tell a story where Maharaj did demonstrate a mystic city. Is Yamuna, my god sister, and I know her from California. We went in 2017, we went to Maharaj's room. It was his room at the time. And we wanted to take darshan, and then the sevaks told us, oh, Maharaj is resting, he doesn't feel so well today, so come back later. So then Yamuna said, okay, let's go to Govinda's and get some pizza, right? Comfort food. So we were walking down the street, and then all of a sudden, I can say I don't know why, but I know why. But at the moment, I didn't know why. We were walking down the street, and then I just stopped, dead in my tracks. It was my birthday also, by the way. I stopped dead in my tracks, and then I was just kind of a little bit stunned, because I felt like I had to go back, but there goes Yamuna, right? So then she stopped, and she turned around, and she looked, and she said, what's wrong? I said, I don't know, I have to go back. She said, why? I said, I don't know. And then I just turned and I started running. And because she's like a little sister to me, then I was turning around, making sure like she was okay and she was following. And then we got back to the gate here, and we walked in, and Maharaj's door opened. He changed his mind, he was feeling better, and he was going to give a darshan, and because everybody had already left, it was just like me and Yamuna and maybe a couple of the sevaks. And I don't consider myself particularly intuitive, so I really feel like that was a moment where Maharaji entered my heart and, called me to him. And it's really special to have that memory, and it was my birthday. Yeah, also, Maharaj, he permitted to buy my property here, because I wanted to, but it seemed scary because this is India. And he asked a lot of questions. And then I remember at the end of asking the questions, we were sitting with our back to the door in his room, and I remember he looked past us, like Madhusmita was kind of like helping present the idea of me buying the place. And then I remembered he stopped and he looked out the door. His eyes looked out the door. But I remember thinking, and then later watching the video of that moment, I remember thinking he wasn't looking out the door, he was looking into the future. You know, like when somebody looks somewhere but they're not really focused. He was looking into time. Anyway, so I bought the place and here I am. Haribol.
Remembering that time when you came in, I remember you had a piece of paper with the plans on it. And I think you were saying, should I have this one or should I have that one? And Maharaj was examining the plan, right? And you were deciding of which apartment to get. Maharaj, you could see that Maharaj went into construction mode, you know. It's like, okay, now let me have a look at this and which one would be good for you. And I remembered being struck by Maharaj's total involvement, that you've come up with a quandary. And Maharaj was like, okay, let's solve this out, which is the best one. And yeah, Maharaj's participation in all these little, not little, but, you know, little in the sense of the bigger picture, events that, you know, like when you throw a stone in a pond, it ripples out. With ordinary people, the ripple is kind of limited. But with these great Vaishnavas, all these actions, they have such an immense ripple effect in our lives. I sometimes think about it like, you know, the arrows, the play arrows that have that little sucker on the end and fall off, and Arjuna's arrows that pierce the armor and that kind of reverberate in us for a whole lifetime. And often devotees have had maybe one experience. Apparent, simple interactions, they're the Vaishnav's mercy to draw us in and to make an impression. Yeah. So, because one devotee asked Maharaj, oh, how can I, when I leave here, how do I remember you? And Maharaj said, you just remember now. You're in this room with me and you have this interaction. Just remember this. So these are not, you know, imaginary things, but ways that we remember Maharaj. So, very nice. Yes, and this point comes up again about honoring all. We're also reading this in Gurudev's Essence of All Advice, how we can honor everyone. And even we may not like them, but it doesn't mean we dishonor them. A beautiful point. So now I'm going to request Vinod Bihari Prabhu, who to glorify Maharaj. Vinod Bihari Prabhu, he invited Srila Bharati Maharaj to his house in Gurugram, and Maharaj stayed there for quite some time. And he opened the house to everyone and everybody. And I remember one time, it was time for Maharaj to go into the house. And I was suggesting to Maharaj, okay, let's go in now. Because we were sitting outside, there was a little sort of porch area outside there. And Vinod Bihari Prabhu was doing kirtan, chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And so I was kind of trying to get Maharaj to go into the room, and he said, no, I want to stay. I like his kirtan. So again, these things that Maharaj says, they seem, well, they're always significant, but they're sometimes 30 seconds, but they have such a meaningful moment in our lives for all of us, for those who he's speaking to and for those around us. And that's the beauty of Maharaj, is that he never missed anything, always attentive. So we request now Vinod Bihari Prabhu to glorify Srila Bhakti-vijnana Bharati Goswami Maharaj.
Guruve Gour Chandraya Radhikaya Tadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namah Vancha Kalpatarubhishcha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि श्री गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। First of all, I'll offer my unlimited obeisances to my Diksha Guru, Jai Nitya Vishnu Vishnupad, Ashtotat Shishwat Bhakti-vijnana Sri Narayan Goswami Maharaj, and to my Abhinna Guru Padma, Jai Nitya Vishnu Vishnupad, Ashtotat Shrimad Bhakti-vijnana Sri Bharati Goswami Maharaj, and all Samast Rupanuga Gaudiya Vaishnu Parampara, and all the assembled devotees here. Please accept my obeisances. I have so many fond memories with Guru Maharaj. Station of say 2.5 years with my Gurudev, and after his unmanifest pastime in 2010, I used to pray to Gurudev that how I will get the opportunity to serve an exalted Vaishnava like him. And in those prayers, Guru Maharaj came to my life. Not in my life, he came to that house in those prayers. And he confirmed that all Vaishnavas are Akhanda Tattva. Gurus are Akhanda Tattva, they are Nitya Tattva. And so many wonderful memories, all that. One Maharaj just told that I was doing kirtan and Guru Maharaj was just sitting on the chair, and I was closing my eyes and was just chanting just to please Guru Maharaj. My eyes were closed. My only motive was how he's pleased there, because the Lord resides in his heart. So if he is pleased with that chanting, the Lord is also pleased. So with that motivation, I was trying to chant that, sing, and Maharaj confirmed that Guru Maharaj was listening to it, and he refused to go inside unless I finished that round. So this is the kind of mercy, like it's heart-to-heart connection is there. So many wonderful pastimes, and one specific, the thing which I was missing in my sadhana was like surrender. So Srila Maharaj in March 2016, first time he came to Gurgaon for 7 days. So there, the theme, that he stayed there for 7 days, and the whole 7 days, the most prominent theme was Sharanagati. That's 6 Sharangas of Sharanagati. So that got repeated every day. Pujapad Nevi Maharaj was there, so he was staying at my place, so I used to take him along with some disciples of him in the car to Guru Maharaj Katha. So all the 7 days, the same theme came: how to surrender, how to surrender, how to surrender. So that link was missing in my bhakti sadhana. And from Gurudev to Guru Maharaj, that was passed on to me very prominently. And another most important thing was that your Guru Nishtha is the backbone of bhakti. How Guru Maharaj, whenever he used to start any Harikatha, he will first, invoke the blessings of his Gurudev. And the way he used to call my Gurudev. And I used to see those moments were so important for him. It's like he's directly seeing him. If you see every video of him now, and you see those moments, it's like when he's invoking, he's literally seeing his Gurudev there. That is the kind of power he has. Go through all the videos he will now. He will connect, not only connect, like manifesting that kind of invocation he has with his Gurudev. That is very important, and after that only he will start his Harikatha. So first he will get that blessing, and the blessing is given, like he's feeling it, he's seeing it in front of his eyes. That was the experience, like, so that, and always, even in my beloved master, all the Guru Paramparas, all the Vaishnavas he associated with, all the blessings came to him. That is his sincerity, that is Guru Nishtha. This is one of the most prominent things which the teaching I got from him, that Guru Nishtha is the backbone of bhakti, and he livingly displayed it to his conduct, and I could literally see that every day. He remained in that house with our place at around, say, 23 or 24 days, and every day it was like that. So one day, Guru Maharaj came, I was there, and so like my seva was like, I used to go to my father's place, and every morning I will come. So I used to bring the newspaper. So Guru Maharaj will check the newspaper every day. So one day I brought the newspaper, and one Navneet Prabhu, he didn't give it to Maharaj, and he hid that newspaper. And when I came to the room, he hid the newspaper which I brought. And when I reached there, Guru Maharaj asked me, Vinod Prabhu, where is the newspaper? I said, Maharaj, I brought. So Navneet Prabhu sitting there started laughing there. He was joking with Maharaj. Then he gave it. He was under the bed and just gave that. So, and he also spoke about that, like, what is the Varta? What is the news today? So then he narrated that anecdote of Yudhishthira Maharaj being asked that question from the Yaksh when in the pond that went to quench their thirst. So that question was there, what is the Varta? So Guru Maharaj referred to that Harikatha. So every incident in normal life, it is always linked with some Shastric injunction. So this is his speciality, as Prabhuji said, Maharaj also said. So in every little incident of this material world, he always have that spiritual teaching for everybody of us. So that way so many things are there. And one of the most important teaching, Guru Maharaj also narrated that story, like in his childhood time, one of his friend and Guru Maharaj, like they were walking in the street, and there was one Maharaj passing through that street, sitting on an elephant. And the Mahavat of the elephant, he asked that way, because that way was getting split into two lanes. And they asked these Maharaj and children that which way is the right way to just go through this lane so that they can go without any trouble. So the friend with Guru Maharaj, he was a bit mischievous kid. So he guided the particular path which was filled with water and mud. So when that elephant went through that room, they got stuck in that. And from that, Maharaj gave this very special teaching that we have so many people around us who behave like a friend to us, but then they guide us to a path which is not a smooth path, rather it brings more entanglement. So Maharaj asked that question whether it is a violence or is it non-violence. Because at the outset, the behavior is like he's very humble, praying to you and, looking very friendly. But eventually, their association brings entanglement to you. They will not give you the right path to go. And in the same sense, Guru Maharaj gave the teaching that whenever you associate with any person, so if you are guiding that person into some sort of entanglement in this material world, then you are violent towards that person. So you have to practice non-violence in reality. Then each and every person who comes in your association, you must not guide that person into material entanglement. That should be that becomes your seva in that sense. Not only you guided by that entanglement of these friendly people, but also when you are associating with somebody, you don't enjoy that person, rather guide them to the Bhagavad Seva or Guru Vaishnava Seva. So these are the prominent teachings, life-changing teachings. Like if you associate with any person in this material world, with anybody, so that person is not for your enjoyment. Rather, it becomes an instrument of Seva. You guide them, and also you also engage in Hari Guru Vaishnava Seva. So with this, I'll end my Vancha kalpatarubhishcha kripa sindhu devacha pritana pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo.
I was, I don't think it's on. I was thinking when you were mentioning a couple of things of Maharaja's newspaper, and I saw everybody smiling, that we all remember that how Maharaj was wanting to have the newspaper every day to know what is going on. And I remember one devotee, there was some devotees coming in, Maharaj was, his sevak to Srila Bharati Maharaj was saying, Maharaj, okay, better you put down the newspaper because they'll think that you're not listening to them. So Maharaj could listen and read at the same time, but it was best that for sometimes he didn't. So yeah, these beautiful memories of Maharaj. And I was also thinking about donations, when devotees were giving donations, and sometimes some of the sevaks wanted to hold on to some of those donations for good reasons, to serve. And Maharaj would say, can you digest it? So you might take the donation, but are you able to digest it? And then I said to Maharaj, well, what does it mean to digest it? He says, it means you will have to give part of your bhajan to them. And then I said, well, what happens if you don't have any bhajan? Then he said, you'll become a debtor. So, although it seems like simple exchanges, oh yes, we'll take some contribution like that, but Maharaj's thought process was always so deep to consider all these other aspects. So yes, like you were saying, that Maharaj always taking the blessings. And it reminded me actually of a time when we were in Vrindavan in 2016 maybe, and Maharaj was in Gopinath Gaudiya Math for Kartik Mas, that first 2 weeks. And Maharaj was there, he wasn't feeling well, but Srila Bodhayan Maharaj, he came in and he requested Maharaj that please, we're going to start our parikram now. Please give us blessings. And it made me reflect that the Vaishnavas don't do anything just like, okay, let's do this and let's go. But actually they're always thinking of the Guru Varga, taking their blessings and knowing that only by their blessings that things will work according to their desire and their will. So, yeah, Maharaj always under the guidance of his Gurudev. We all know that story, many, I think, of that letter that is on the table of Srila Bhakti-Daita Madhav Maharaj in Calcutta. And Srila Bhakti-Daita Madhav Maharaj goes into the shower or bathroom, and then he comes back out and the letter is gone. And he knows, oh, only one person can take that letter and do what is needed to do with it. So this is Maharaj is always attentive and always, he got 2 certificates, didn't he? 2 certificates. One, he's always attentive and never lazy. And I remember seeing those certificates in Calcutta. So when we were cleaning out his room, and me and Narottam Prabhu, we were cleaning out, we found the certificate, and I don't know, it was just to see the joy on Maharaj's heart that he had received that. So beautiful remembrances. So now more and more devotees, Vaishnavas are coming. Yeah, let's... What about the ladies? Did they want to speak anything? None of them. What about that lady in the purple? She looks like someone who wants to say something. Vishnu. Yes, Bhakti Bhushan Vaishnav.
कथा बोलेंगे सर महाराज की कथा
ठीक है.
they know Hari Katha. I don't know.
I know they know Harikatha.
Maharaj know Hari Katha.
Okay, I think Bhakti Bhushan Vaishnav Maharaj. Please speak some glorification. If you can in English, if you don't mind. English. We heard that you can speak English. No, English. Just anything, something. Maharaj is a disciple of Srila Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami Maharaj, and we're inviting Bhakti Bhushan Vaishnav Maharaj to speak some words in English.
Maharaj, please help me. He don't know much English.
I will
Help
definitely help him. Maharaj, please come and sit. I'll help him. And you can help him.
No, I am also not so.
But you speak Bengali. Can we ask Maharaj, did he meet?
He don't know the words, that's all.
Can
He
I
know-
ask?
he-
Okay. Maharaj ji, you met Srila Bhakti-vijnana Bharati Maharaj? Yes, okay. If you can speak about your meeting and you met him, just something like that, that would be most wonderful. About your meeting with Maharaj.
गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुलङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं नीलाचलनिवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने बलभद्रसुभद्राभ्यां जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। हे राधे व्रजदेवी के चललिते हे नंद सुनकुत श्री गोवर्धन कल्प पादपतले कालंदीवने कुत घोषंताभिति सर्वत व्रजपुरे खेदेरी महाविहलो वंदे रूप सनातन रघुजुगो श्रीजीव गोपालको श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। सर्वप्रथमे मदीय गुरुपाद पद्म नित्यलीला प्रविष्ट विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति वैभव पुरी गोस्वामी महाराज तार अशोक अभय रातुल चरणे असंख्य दंडवत प्रणतिपूर्वक तार कृपा भिक्षा प्रार्थना करी प्रेजेंट आचार्य ओम विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति विचार विष्णु गोस्वामी महाराज सभापति महाराज अन्यान्य समस्त आचार्य वर्ग सन्यासी ब्रह्मचारी गृहस्थ बानप्रस्थ हयाछे न हईबे न प्रभुर जत दास सबार चरण बंध दंते करी खार। टुडे is a very lucky day. Sadhu and Guru and Bhagavan. Remember, day is lucky. No remember Maya Daivyesa Gunamai Mama Maya Durattaya Mamevo je prapadante Maya metam tarat. Attack Maya Devi. Our mind, our voice, our body, our money is take. Also take enjoyment. Maya Devi. Enjoyment means Abrahma Bhuna Loka. after you.
Maharaj is saying that Maya Devi will take everything away from you. And whatever you hold on to, it will be taken away. And what will be the result? Brahma Bhuvanal Loka, that we will be going round and round and round and getting more and more dizzy.
This is Maya attack. Our also mind, body, and voice and money. Another come body enjoyment. Guru Maharaj, my Gurudev's spiritual master is Bhakti-vijnana Goswami Maharaj. Jagadguru Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada's disciple. All time is advice Kirtanya Sadahari. All time Hari Kirtana is remember. No Kirtana, alternate is Nartaki.
So Maharaj is saying that his Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti-vijnana Puri Goswami Maharaj, always said, do kirtan all the time. If you do kirtan all the time, then Maya won't come.
No, our mind, Guru and Shastra and Bhagavan and Vaishnava relationship is Maya attack. One day, big people and devotees, roads come and going. Outside I come, look, many people come and going. A harning is Bhakti-vijnana Bharati Maharaja is going. Golok Vrindavan.
So Maharaj is saying that one time he was here in Mayapur, and he was seeing many people coming and going, I think from,
roads,
from the road and Maharaj's Samadhi area, and he was wondering what was happening, and then he heard, that Srila Bhakti-vijnana Bharati Maharaj has gone to Apricot Leela.
I come, give a flower, and is remember Maharaj is very beautiful body, but Brahman, no ego. Trunadapi suni chena taruriva saistunam. Omane no mana deno kirtanya sada is very heart. Mahaprabhu's sloka is heart.
Yes.
All is Vaishnavas and another people and all is very respect.
Okay, so Maharaj, I think he's saying that when he came to see Maharaj's in Samadhi festival, that he saw Maharaj's body and face was very happy, meaning that he had embodied the teachings of Mahaprabhu, Turnadapi Sunichen.
Taruriva saishtuna maneno manadana kirtanya sadahari. Last sadahari kirtana.
So he's connecting that, the beginning of his talk, which that his Guru Maharaj said, always do Hari Kirtan, to that this is what Maharaj is doing. And therefore, he's always looking, even when he's in Apricot Leela, still happy.
No, this body is material body, spiritual body. Come, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu jibe daya kari, so parshada Siyo Dhama Sahabadari. Lord Krishna's, remember, take one jeep, come Guru and Vaishnava and Shastra and Dham. This is Karuna Murti.
So I think Maharaj is saying that the Karuna Murti is that what is descending from the spiritual to this realm. And the Vaishnav is one of those most significant connections to the spiritual realm.
I small quotation reading by Facebook. First time, Sarva Upadi Binirmukta. I lady, I gents, I master, I advocate, I another. This is first out. No spiritual body come. No remember Lord Krishna. Sarva Upadi, Rupa Goswami Pad, Bhakti Rasamata Sindhu, speaking, Sarva Upadi Vinirmukta, Tattaparatva na Nirimalam. Our heart is clean. No heart clean. No remember Lord Krishna's.
So Maharaj is saying that, I'm translating Maharaj's English, that he's saying that, that by doing these actions of just reading and external activities, the heart won't become clean.
Sarva Upadi Vinirmukta, Tattaparatva na
This
Nirmalam.
verse from Rupa Goswami.
Husikena Husikesam Sevanam Bhakti. Higher devotion is this. Devotion means is Upadi out. Upadi come, this is ego. Ego is Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani Jatara Sayanam. Bhajo Govindam, Bhajo Govindam, Bhajo Govindam Mudamanti. Sankaracharya speaking. Ego is very dangerous. No ego, no work. But work is ego. Ego no, work no. But surrender is I Krishna Das. This is ego staying.
So Maharaj is saying that the ego is that I am the doer, I am doing everything, and then there is a certain consciousness that goes with that. But the other side of it is that when I do saranagat, when I surrender, then Guru is doing it, not that I am doing it.
I am a surrender, devotees. Dasanu daso bhavitasmi bhuyo. Another quotation is reading. Our life is very important life. But no work is dangerous. One is body, health, two money, voice and mind. It engagement. Sadhu and Guru and Bhagavan's and Dham's enjoyment is life is nice. Etava janma safalyam dehi namiya desu prana artha dhiya vacha shreya acharanam sada. All time is engagement, voice, mind, and
Thought. Yeah.
and money. Four.
Four things, yes. So Maharaj is saying that by engaging our body, our mind, our thoughts and actions in Krishna's service, then we will be Krishna conscious.
This is very important. No
Yes.
punarapi jananam. One, this is Bhagavat 10 canto. One day, Krishna and small Gopa boys, tiffin, prasad, gathering one tree, one Gopa Balak boys give Krishna's mouth. Krishna is open mouth, no give it take is Gopa Balak. This is enjoyment. This time, another Gopa Balak speak is, you look this, yeah, tree. This is tree is death. This tree is death. But Bharata's death time all time is another seva. Another seva. Cooking and another. But our life, no another seva is very loss. Seva is very nice. Bhakti-vijnana Bharati Goswami Maharaj, all time seva is important. Speaking. Or Harinam Sankirtan. Too nice. Mahaprabhu's last time Kulino Gramivasi advice Krishna Seva Vaishnava Sevan Nirantara Karatumi Nama Sankirtan. 3 advice. One advice is house and temples Lord Krishna is patram puspam phalam toyam jome bhaktya prajachati tadam bhakti prahutam asnami prajatatmana. This is look, remember our temple and house and another festival is Krishna Seva, but Sevana Vaishnava. No Vaishnava Sevana, no eating Krishna. Is Sriman Chaitanya Mahaprabhu last advice. Sevana is Vaishnava. Very important, Kali Yuga. Third, Vaishnava Seva. Second, first, Krishna is give flower and water and food and another. But you, Nirantara Nama Sankirtana. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is Harinam Sankirtan Nirantara, no distance. Nirantara means no distance.
No distance.
All time. Seva means mind, body and voice and money, engagement. This is Kirtan. Kirtana means voice, only one voice, no Kirtan. Mind is engagement, money is engagement, body is engagement, and voice is engagement. This is Kirtana. No attachment. Kirtanas Maya Kam type. Mahaprabhu, Sriman Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, very important Kali Yuga. Is Harinam Sankirtan. I don't English, but Bhakti-vijnana Bharati Maharaja, merciful is small English I speak. Mancha Kalapatra Kurpa Sindhya Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo. Jai Sri Bhakti-vijnana Bharati Goswami Maharaj ki.
So Maharaj was speaking a little bit at the end that 3 aspects that are very important, that we serve Thakurji, that we give something to Thakurji, some bhog, everything in some way. And secondly, that we serve the Vaishnavas. In some way we serve the Vaishnavas, whatever possibly we can. And thirdly, that we do Nam Kirtan. And by this Nam Kirtan, then all the Maya and all the difficulties will leave. And now we hear from Srila Bhakti-vijnana Bodhayan Maharaj from Chaitanya Math. He speaks Bengali.
Right. Maharaj Chaitanya Gauriya Mathir Bhakti-vijnana Maharajer teacher. তিনি সেক্রেটারি ছিলেন বহুদিন, সেক্রেটারি বহুদিন ছিল। আর তিনি তখনকার সময়ে আপনার মেট্রিক পাস ছিল। এবং একটা দর্শনদারী লোক ছিল, ওনার অনেক সঙ্গ লাভ করেছি। এবং তার বৈষ্ণবতাও ছিল। যাই হোক, সেখানে কোনো কারণে ওনাকে মঠ থেকে বহিষ্কার করে দেয়। তিনি আলাদা থাকতেন। দিল্লিতে ধর্মসভা হয়, তো ভক্তি-বিজননা তীর্থ মহারাজ তারই গুরু ভাই। নিউ দিল্লি মঠে আমি ছিলাম, সেখানে মহারাজ হরিকথা বলছেন। বলার পর তিনি বিশ্রাম নিয়ে নিচে বসলেন। ভক্তি-বিজননা তীর্থ গোস্বামী মহারাজ বলছেন, দেখুন আপনি নিচে বসছেন, আমি উপরে, এটা ভালো দেখে না। বলে আমি উপরে আর বসতে পারছি না। এইভাবে একটা পরস্পর বৈষম্যতা ছিল, ব্যবহার ছিল। ভক্তি-বিজননা তীর্থ মহারাজ আর মহারাজ একই গুরুব্রতা। যাই হোক, তিনি অনেক দিন ওখানে অবস্থান করেছেন। সর্বশেষ তিনি মঠ থেকে চলে আসেন। পাঞ্জাবে কয়েকজন ভক্ত করেছে, শিষ্য করেছে। আর এই মহাত্মা হলে বিদেশি, আমেরিকান। ভাগ্যক্রমে তারও শিষ্য হয়েছে। আজকা শিষ্য হয়ে গুরুদেবের তিথিটা আজকা পালন করছে। আমাকে ওই পুরীতে মোটে চিনে বলছে, মহারাজ 25-26 2 দিন অনুষ্ঠান গোপীনাথ গৌরী মঠ থাকবেন। বলে হ্যাঁ থাকবো। এইভাবে যোগ্যবান শিষ্য হলে গুরুদেবের মহিমা কীর্তন করা সম্ভব হয়। তাই তার সর্বশেষ তিনি অচল অবস্থা হয়ে গেলেন রাধাকুণ্ডে। সেখানে বিনুজ্জির অনুষ্ঠানে তিনি যোগদান করেছিলেন। তখন তার শিষ্য তাকে কোলে করে নিয়ে সবাই বসিয়েছে। বসানোর পর ভক্তি সর্বস্ব গোবিন্দ মহারাজ বললেন, তিনি সবাই বসছেন, তিনি যতক্ষণ পারে হরিকথা বলবে, তারপরে সময় থাকলে অন্য নদীর হবে, নাহলে এখানে সমাপ্তি হবে। কেন কোনো সিদ্ধান্তবিদ ছিলেন, দর্শনধারী লোক ছিলেন, এবং তার প্রাঞ্জল ভাষা সকলেই সমুদ্ধ করেন। এইখানে হরিকথা শেষ, দর্শন করেছিলাম, তারপরে আর দর্শন মিলেনি। তারপরে তারা প্রকট হওয়ার পর এইখানে মায়াপুর আনলেন। এখন যেখানে সমাধি আছে, সমাধিটা সামান্য জায়গা মহারাজের, আর বাকিটা হলো বুধন মহারাজের, শান্ত মহারাজের। তো বুধন মহারাজ বলছে, আপনি সমাধিটা আমার জায়গায় করুন। হ্যাঁ, সমাধিটা আমার জায়গায় করুন। অনুষ্ঠানটা দূরে করলেন। এইভাবে ওনাকে একটা সমাজে করার একটা স্থান দিয়েছেন। ওখানে গত 3 বছর তো তখনই যায়। তখন যে বর্ষার সময়কাল বাইরে একটা প্যান্ডেল করতে হয়। তারপর যা বাইরে প্যান্ডেল করা অসুবিধা, লোকজন সব বসতে পারেন না। আর এখানে একাদশী দ্বাদশী এখানে ভোজন, আর এখানে নাট মন্দির আছে ব্যবস্থা। বলে না, এখানে ধর্মসভাটা হোক। মহারাজ এখানে তার বিজ্ঞা আলেখ্য দিয়েছেন। এইখানে তার চরণে শ্রদ্ধাঞ্জলি জানাই, পুষ্পাঞ্জলি প্রদান করি। সেই জন্য এখন এত অমায়িক বৈষ্ণবতা জগতে আর কেউ নাই। তার অমায়িক বৈষ্ণবতা ব্যবহার ছিল, এবং অল্প পাঞ্জাবি মিলে বোধ 2-10 জন শিষ্যার্থী হয়েছে, বেশি হয়নি। যাই হোক, যেগুলো করেছেন যোগ্যবান ব্যক্তি। যোগ্যবান ব্যক্তি হতে শিষ্য গুরুদেবের মহিমাটা কীর্তন করে ধরে রেখেছেন। আজকে তার তিরোভাব তিথি, আবির্ভাব তিথি। আর ওই পর্যটক মহারাজের তিরোভাব তিথি, পর্যটক মহারাজের। যাই হোক, আজকে আমরা তার উদ্দেশ্যে পুষ্পাঞ্জলি শ্রদ্ধা জ্ঞাপন করি এবং তার উদয়দর্শী বৈষ্ণবের হৃদয়ে ভগবান বিরাজমান। সেই জন্য বৈষ্ণব সেবা করলে কৃষ্ণ সেবা হয়ে থাকে। সেই জন্য কৃষ্ণ সেবাটা আগেই হয়। গুরু গৌরাঙ্গ বলছেন, বৈষ্ণব সেবার হৃদয়ে ভগবান বিরাজমান। নারদ জিজ্ঞেস করছেন, আপনি কোথায় অবস্থান করেন? বলে, আমি বৈকুণ্ঠ থাকি না, গোলকে থাকি না, হ্যাঁ, ব্রহ্মাণ্ডে থাকি না, আমি থাকি আমার ভক্তের হৃদয়ে, বৈষ্ণব হৃদয়ে আমি থাকি। সেখানে তারা যত্ন সহকারে আমাকে সেবা করেন। সেই জন্য আর কি, সেই জন্য আমাদের সর্বাগ্রে সবসময় বৈষ্ণব সেবা করলে কৃষ্ণ সেবা হয়ে যায়। তার জন্য আলাদা আর কিছু করতেন না। তা আজকে তার মহান তিথি, আমরা সকলে এসেছি তার কিছু গুণমহিমা কীর্তন করে তার সেবা সত্য করতে পারি। মঞ্চা কালত সেবা আসন্ত উচ্চম পতিতানাং পাবনৈষ্ণভ্যৈ নমঃ।
Hare Krishna. So, Pujyapad Maharaj mentioned that in one assembly, my Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti-vijnana Goswami Maharaj and Maharaj were together, and my Gurudev was given a little higher seat than Maharaj. But then my Gurudev did not accept that. He said that Maharaj also should be given equal seat what I have. And then he was given, and then the assembly continued. So my Gurudev Srila Bhakti-vijnana Goswami Maharaj had such a regard for Maharaj. So, and disciple like Bhakti-vijnana Bharati Maharaj he is the glories of his spiritual master. So, I mean, the service what he has done, the bhajan nishta what he has, that actually represents the glories of his Gurudev, Srila Bhakti-dayita Madhava Goswami Maharaj. And then Maharaj spoke about his Samadhi pastimes, that Maharaj disappeared in Faridabad near Delhi. And then he came here, and the Samadhi took place here near just opposite to the Gopinath Gaudiya Math, where we offer obeisances to Maharaj. And we all have gathered here to ask for his blessings. So if we can sincerely submit to him and pray for his blessings, then Vaishnavas are eternal. They are always ready to bless. If we have that sincerity, we will get their blessings. Hari Bol.
You speak now. Hare Krishna. So we're grateful because Maharaj had so many God brothers and friends here in Mayapur. So sometimes we might forget that many of the Vaishnavas here have had so much association of Srila Bharati Maharaj as well. And we know that many of the mats even that Maharaj assisted, either their sannyas gurus or their diksha gurus, with construction of those mats. So there is a very close relationship, a network of many Vaishnavas here who know Maharaj. Although they may not be able to speak English, still we can appreciate that their affection for Maharaja, their appreciation for Maharaja, and their inspiration in their life from Maharaja's presence. So we're grateful for all these Vaishnavas that have come, because we know that Maharaj would be pleased that they are come. And so, although I'm speaking English and they're Bengali, but we pray that they are pleased by our little efforts here to glorify Maharaj on their behalf. So I'd like to request Nandadulal Prabhu to, actually when we went to Pune with Maharaj, that it was Nandadulal Prabhu who invited Maharaj and has done that for quite some time. So Maharaj is always very pleased to go there, and the beautiful hospitality of Nandadulal and his wife, and giving so many devotees facilities without saying a word. So we ask him to please glorify Srila Bhakti-vijnana Bharati Goswami Maharaj.
ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। First of all, I offer my respectful obeisances to Srila Gurudev, Param Pujyapati Dandi Swami Srila Bhakti-vallabha Tirtha Goswami Maharaj. I offer my respectful obeisances to Siksha Guru Srila Bhakti-vijnana Bharati Goswami Maharaj. I offer my obeisances to all present sannyasis and all devotees. A conditioned soul like me, speaking about a great personality like Srila Bhakti-vijnana Bharati Goswami Maharaj, is like Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, when he starts his commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam, he says that the effort what I am going to do is like the effort of touching the moon by an ordinary person, which is almost impossible. So for a conditioned soul, singing the glories of transcendental personalities like Maharaj is almost impossible, but when such opportunities are given, the only duty is to beg for forgiveness, beg for their blessings, and may they forgive all my offenses which I would have done to his lotus feet, and give me opportunity to serve Srila Gurudev, to serve him and Shri Guru Gaurang Radha Nayananath Ji. So as Pujyapad Maharaj mentioned, Maharaj, Pujyapad Bhakti-vijnana Bharati Goswami Maharaj had 8. That time, 2 of my senior god brothers, one all of you know, Pujyapad Srila was Prahalad Prabhu and Arjun Das. So they invited Maharaj to Pune, and I was just a newcomer. I mean, I'm still, but that time just I got Harinam. It was just a 1 month that I had have my Harinam, and by the mercy of Gurudev, it so happened that immediately after Harinam, I got association, very close association of Pujyapad Bhakti-vijnana Bharati Goswami Maharaj. It was none other than just the causeless mercy of Guru, Vaishnava and Bhagavan. And then Maharaj consecutively came for 7 years, till 2014. He kept coming to Pune. He used to be there for almost 1 month. And that 1 month was like what we in a sloka says that Gokulotsava. So Maharaj's stay there was like the Utsav of Gokul. I used to tell Maharaj that Maharaj used to come after the month of Kartik. Sometime, end of November till December first week he used to be there. And I used to tell Maharaj that Maharaj, our Kartik month is actually after Kartik. It starts after Kartik because your presence is our Kartik month. Maharaj has suffered, unlimited mercy, I would say. We got such a close association, especially mine, spiritual life, the teachings and conduct and everything started by the association of Pujyapad Bhakti-vijnana, Bharati Goswami Maharaj. I would just narrate a few teachings which admire me all the time. One day, in the morning, I went to Maharaj's room and I had a galvastra, and the border of that galvastra was shining. And I offered pranam to Maharaj, and Maharaj just took this my galvastra in his hand, and he was just, kind of noticing that border. And I understood that Maharaj did not like this. The shining border is not befitting. So I immediately understood and then offered my obeisances. And since then, I tried not to wear any clothes which has anything very glary. So such a small teaching, but it has essence of our Gaudiya philosophy, that Mahaprabhu's devotees are always like Vairagya Pradhan. And Mahaprabhu used to like the renunciation of Raghunath Das Goswami, of Sanatan Goswami. When Sanatan Goswami went with that Bhota Kambal in front of Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu also did not accept, and kind of his just vision, by that vision Sanatan Goswami understood that, okay, this is not like Mahaprabhu is not pleased with this, and then he gave that blanket to person, and then he just accepted something which was like of the liking of Mahaprabhu. So, they are all giving us the teachings of higher world. And then two more teachings which I always remember of Maharaj. Maharaj used to say that when I used to go for any preaching activity or any service, when I went outside, I never had even ate a banana for my sake. Whatever I have done it for service. Even if I am hungry, I did not accept anything outside, meaning whatever is like, whenever service is the objective, that's the only thing in his mind, nothing else. And whenever I go sometimes outside and I feel like, oh, I'm hungry, I should eat something, I remember Maharaj that teaching, that no, our life is for service. For ourselves, like Maharaj said, even accepting one banana is also not accepted. That's what he's teaching. And one more teaching which was there in Maharaj's life and he used to narrate, which has made a very deep mark in my heart, is he used to say that when he was a brahmachari from his initial days of Math, starting from there, he said that he never had spent time with either his, the devotees who are either equal to him or, he used to say that I spend most of my time with the associates of Srila Prabhupada. Whenever I used to be with him, with them, I used to get some service opportunity, hitting up water from for them, or cutting some fruits, or getting prasadam, something or other service I have got when I was in association with the associates of Prabhupada. So this is the teaching I also remember and I always cherish and try to follow, that always be in higher association. Higher association is the key for success in our spiritual life. Once my Gurudev also, when I was in Ludhiana and I was coming back, I went to offer obeisances to my Gurudev, Srila Bhakti-vijnana Goswami Maharaj, and Gurudev also gave the same teaching. He said that always be in a higher association, that would help. And devotees, the pure devotees like Gurudev, like Maharaj, once they give some teaching, it actually, they have those teachings in their conduct, and those teachings have impact, the direct impact and eternal impact on hearts like, the most fallen soul like me. A few narrations where Maharaj showered such a affection that I can never forget. One time, let me know, what time I have to stop. Okay. So, when I was in Pune, as I said, Maharaj started his visits to Pune in 2008, and then till 2014 he continued his visits. So one day what happened, I was that time working in Mumbai and used to commute, when Maharaj used to be in Pune, I used to commute from Mumbai to Pune on a daily basis. So one day I missed my evening train. When I was returning, I missed my train and I got late by almost 2 hours. And I was about to reach home where Maharaj was there, and I just reached Pune and I started getting calls from devotees that, where are you? Maharaj is so eagerly waiting for you. I was, from within I was kind of blissful, and then also had a feeling that, okay, Maharaj is getting eager because of me. So both the feelings, the Vaishnavas are the ocean of mercy, and Maharaj had showered that mercy. He was waiting, I offered obeisances, and then he went inside his room, and then he just went for rest. Maharaj, many times when I was in Pune, my office was in Pune, and when he used to come for prasadam in the afternoon, many times it so happened that Maharaj had already had his prasadam, and he was waiting for us. And then when we come and we have our prasadam, Maharaj used to come, and many times he used to serve us. He said that, I want to do some service. And then, he used to say, all his mercy. One day, I forgot my mobile, and I went Mumbai. Maharaj, that whole day was, I came to know from devotees that Maharaj whole day was worried that he has forgot his mobile, and the cops might harass him. What will happen? He was so worried that the evening I came back and he saw me, he was like, okay. Every day it used to so happen that from office I used to come at around 8 o'clock, and Maharaj Harikatha starts at around 8 o'clock. As soon as I enter, Maharaj used to give so, pleasing and broad smile, and that used to take away all my, the day long, whatever kind of pains and all whatever I had. And then 1 hour of Maharaj Harikatha was full capturing. No, you cannot even think of anything else when you are in front of Maharaj. He was 1 hour full attention. Like we have heard that Krishna is all attractive, and devotees, pure devotees like Pujapad Maharaj and his Harikatha, those are all attractive. We have just heard, many times I spend time with Maharaj's God brother Gadadhar Prabhu, who is here. He says that we have seen times when all the time Harikatha was spoken. He used to remember many of the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, and he says that Harikatha was the life of Gaudiya Math. And that we have seen when Maharaj used to come Pune. He used to give Harikatha both the times in the morning and the evening, and all time we had his close association. So thank you very much for giving me opportunity, and I ask forgiveness for my all offenses and pray for Srila Maharaj mercy. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyaiva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Nanda Dulal Prabhu. We're going to have one more speaker, and then we'll do Pushpanjali. I will request Premdas Prabhu to speak, but before we speak, many of the Vaishnavas here, we want their blessings. All of the Vaishnavas, we want their blessings. And I just want to read out the sannyas names of the Vaishnavas that are here, because, as I said, many of them have connection with Maharaj. They may not feel inclined to speak right now, but I want to in some way honor them, and I might mispronounce their names, but anyway, I want to mention all of their names, and if I get it wrong, please help me. Sripad Bhakti Sundar Bharati Maharaj. Maybe we can clap, Haribol. Bhakti Sukadev Das Goswami Maharaj. Sukadev Das Goswami Maharaj. Srila Bhakti-vijnana Ashram Maharaj. Srila Bhakti Prapanna Sadhu Maharaj. Bhakti Bhushan Vaishnav Maharaj. Srila Bhakti Pragyan Bodhayan Maharaj. Srila Bhakti Kinkara Padmanabha Maharaj. Srila Bhakti Pramod Bhikshu Maharaj. Srila Bhakti Sarvasya Damodar Maharaj. Srila Bhakti Gaurav Yati Maharaj. Sripad Bhakti Vichar Chavak Maharaj. Jakchak Maharaj. Sripad Bhakti, we come back to the beginning. Gour Premanandi Hari Haribo. So we pray to all the Vaishnavas to please bless all the Vaishnavas here, and that we may serve Srila Bhakti-vijnana Bharati Maharaj under all of your guidance. So now I'm requesting Premdas Prabhu to speak a few moments, and then we will do Pushpanjali to Srila Bhakti-vijnana Bharati Maharaj. Premdas Prabhu is heading up the construction of Srila Bhakti-vijnana Bharati Maharaj's Samadhi. So he's there day and night, pretty much serving. And he has a request that everybody pray that the PWD don't take part of the Samadhi area, that we want there's some possibility that the road may be widened. So we don't want that to happen, because we want Maharaj's Samadhi to stay as it is. So we're requesting all the Vaishnavas to please pray that things stay as they are. And Oh, yes, okay, thank you. We're going to repeat that in Hindi. Do you understand? Yeah, just the fact that the road may be widened, and we're praying that it won't happen, and we're praying for the Vaishnavas that they may request.
প্রভু এখানে মহারাজের সমাধি কাজটা দেখে প্রভুর একটা রিকোয়েস্ট আছে যে পিডব্লিউডি ডিপার্টমেন্ট বলছে রোড ওয়াইডনিং হবে, মহারাজের সমাধির কিছু ভাগ ওখানে চলে যেতে পারে। প্রভু সবাইকে প্রার্থনা করছে, আমরা সবাই মিলে মহারাজকে প্রার্থনা করব, গুরুদেবকে প্রার্থনা করব, আর ঠাকুরকে প্রার্থনা করব যেটাতে ওটা না হয় আর মহারাজের সমাধির কোনো ক্ষতি না হয়, ওটা রিকোয়েস্ট।
Thank you. Prem Das Prabhu.
मैं हिंदी में बोलूँगा, इंग्लिश में ट्रांसलेट। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मैं हिंदी में बोलने का प्रयास करूँगा जिससे सभी को सुविधा हो। आज बहुत ही आनंद हर्ष का विषय है कि आज हमारे परम पूज्य परम आराध्य नित्य लीला श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति विज्ञान श्री भारती गोस्वामी महाराज जी की शुभ आविर्भाव तिथि शयन एकादशी तिथि का पालन करने के लिए हम सब एकत्रित हुए हैं। आज उनका 100वां आविर्भाव उत्सव है और ये पूरा वर्ष, संपूर्ण वर्ष ही हम भगवान की प्रभु महाराज की शतवार्षिकी के रूप में पालन करने का निश्चय कुछ किया गया है। तो आज इसी तिथि के उपलक्ष्य में फरीदाबाद में बहुत बड़ा प्रोग्राम हो रहा है, बहुत से वैष्णव एकत्रित हुए हैं और ऐसी इच्छा है कि संपूर्ण वर्ष ही हम महाराज जी की स्मृतियाँ, उनका गुणगान करने में हम व्यतीत करेंगे। और हमारी ऐसी इच्छा महाराज जी से, भगवान से, वैष्णव से प्रार्थना है कि इसी वर्ष के मध्य महाराज जी की समाधि का कार्य भी संपूर्ण हो सके और हम उनको उनके विग्रह की वहाँ पर स्थापना करके और पूजा विधिवत रूप से आरंभ कर सकें, ऐसी भक्तों की इच्छा और प्रार्थना है। तो अधिक कुछ ना कहते हुए मैं महाराज जी की ही जो मुख्य शिक्षाएं हैं जिन्हें हमने पूर्व में विज्ञान सार के नाम से संकलित किया था, उसी को पढ़ने का प्रयास करके, उन्हीं की वाणी से उसी का कीर्तन करके उसको दोहराने का प्रयास करूंगा। महाराज जी की कथाओं में बहुत सुंदर सुंदर शिक्षाएं सब समय रहती, कुछ हमने अभी श्रवण किया और एक एक शिक्षा वो एक सूत्र के रूप में है। श्री व्यासदेव जी ने सूत्रों का रचना की, ब्रह्म सूत्र में एक एक सूत्र की व्याख्या में हम देखते हैं, आप सभी जानते हैं कि कितना विस्तार है। उसी प्रकार महाराज जी की कथा में सूत्र रूप में शिक्षाएं रहती थी और उसका बहुत विस्तार रहता था। महाराज जी कहते हैं कि भगवान की भक्ति करने वाले को भक्त कहते हैं और भक्त में जो भक्तिमान है अर्थात भक्त की सेवा करने में तत्पर, भक्त की सेवा करने में ललायित जो हैं वो भगवान है। तो भगवान की परिभाषा हम जानते हैं, ये एक नई परिभाषा पहले सर्वप्रथम महाराज जी के मुख से सुनी कि भक्त का परिचय भगवान की भक्ति करने से है, लेकिन एकमात्र हमारे भगवान हैं, उनका सर्वोत्तम परिचय क्या है कि वे भक्त की सेवा करने में ललायित रहते हैं। और इस कथा का वो उदाहरण देते थे खीरचोरा गोपीनाथ जी की कथा से कि किस प्रकार गोपीनाथ जी ने स्वयं भक्त की महिमा को प्रकाशित करने के लिए खीर की चोरी की, स्वयं चोर बन गए। और उसके बाद महाराज बहुत सुंदर कथा सुनाते थे। एक बार वो दर्शन करने गए तो उनके साथ एक ब्रह्मचारी था। ब्रह्मचारी को बोला, वो स्टेशन से उतरे, बालेश्वर स्टेशन पर उतरे कि हमें दर्शन करने जाना है गोपीनाथ जी के, जाओ टांगे वाले को बुला लाओ। तो टांगे वाले के पास ब्रह्मचारी गया और बोला कि हमें गोपीनाथ जी जाना है, दर्शन करो। तो बोलता है मैं गोपीनाथ जी नहीं जानता, यहाँ पे कोई गोपीनाथ जी मंदिर नहीं है। तो वापस आ गया, महाराज जी से बोला महाराज जी आपने तो बोला था यहाँ तो कोई टांगे वाला जानता ही नहीं है, गोपीनाथ जी का मंदिर कहाँ है? कहते हट तुम्हें कुछ नहीं पता, उनको बोलो खीर चोरा के पास जाना है। तो वो जाके दोबारा बोला खीर चोरा, अच्छा खीर चोरा जाना है, हम भी जाएगा, सब बोलता है हमारे पास आ जाओ। तो महाराज जी क्यों कह रहे हैं कि उनकी वो लीला इतनी प्रसिद्ध हो गई कि उनका गोपीनाथ नाम लोग भूल गए और खीर चोरा नाम से प्रसिद्धि हो गया। तो भगवान जो ने भक्त के लिए चोरी की वो उस लीला से ही उनका महात्म्य हो गया। तो भगवान कौन है? जो भक्त की सेवा, भक्त की महिमा प्रकाशित करने में आनंद और उसका अवसर ढूंढते हैं, वे भगवान हैं। ये भगवान की उन्होंने परिभाषा दी। हम साधारण रूप में भगवान की परिभाषा समझते हैं षड ऐश्वर्यपूर्ण भगवान है ना, उनकी ऐश्वर्यपूर्ण हम परिभाषा सुनते हैं। तो महाराज जी ने ये परिभाषा देखकर उसको सिद्ध किया। महाराज जी कहते हैं कृष्ण और कृष्ण की कृपा अन्य किसी वस्तु की अपेक्षा नहीं रखने पर भी एकमात्र स्नेहमयी सेवा की अपेक्षा रखती है। सेवा हम सभी करते हैं, ऑफिस में एक एम्प्लॉय भी सेवा करता है, घर में पति पत्नी की, पत्नी पति की सेवा करती है, और नौकर चाकर भी मालिक की सेवा करते हैं। लेकिन जिस सेवा में केवल ड्यूटी की बुद्धि है कि ये मेरा दायित्व है, करना चाहिए, उस सेवा से वह सेव्य को प्रसन्न नहीं कर सकता, बांध नहीं सकता। अगर सेव्य के हृदय की प्रीति लाभ करनी है तो सेवा में स्नेह होना, संबंध होना बहुत आवश्यक है। महाराज बहुत सुंदर एक उदाहरण देते थे। हैदराबाद में वो थे तो वहाँ पर एक गाय थी। वो गाय किसी बहुत ही क्या हिंसक प्रतीत होती थी। तो जो भी कोई बाहर से व्यक्ति आता, अगर उसे कुछ खिलाने का प्रयास करता, वो गाय लेती नहीं और उसके ऊपर अटैक करती। तो सब महाराज को कहते, महाराज आपने ये गाय यहाँ पर क्यों रखी है? ये तो शांत गाय नहीं है। महाराज कहते हैं मैंने इससे शांत गाय कोई देखी ही नहीं। तो वो कहते हैं लेकिन वो हर किसी के मुख से नहीं लेती, जो इस गाय की स्नेह से सेवा करता है उसी के हाथ से वो ग्रहण करती है। तो गाय भाषा नहीं जानती लेकिन वह हृदय की प्रीति समझती है। तो जो भक्त उनको चारा खिलाता था, उनको नहलाता था, जो उनके साथ उनको सहलाता था, उस गाय के, उस व्यक्ति के हाथ से वह सब कुछ प्यार से ग्रहण करती थी। लेकिन जिनसे परिचय नहीं है, संबंध नहीं है, उसके हाथ से वो कुछ ग्रहण नहीं करती। तो महाराज जी वो छोटी छोटी शिक्षाओं से बता रहे हैं कि जब एक अब वो जो बोल नहीं सकता, वो जीव प्रेम की भाषा समझता है, तो भगवान नहीं समझेंगे क्या? मेरे हृदय में अगर भगवान के प्रति प्रेम है, गुरु वैष्णवों को मैं प्रेम से सेवा करूंगा, तो उनकी कृपा के लिए मुझे बोलना नहीं पड़ेगा महाराज कृपा करो कृपा करो। आपकी सेवा से कृपा अपने आप आपके ऊपर वर्षित होगी ही होगी, कहने की आवश्यकता नहीं है। तो इस प्रकार महाराज छोटी छोटी शिक्षाओं से, जीव जंतुओं के व्यवहार से भी हमें बहुत सुंदर सुंदर शिक्षाएं वे हमें देते थे। महाराज जी बोलते थे जो जितना अधिक श्रेष्ठ संग करता है उसमें उतनी अधिक दीनता स्वाभाविक रूप से आविर्भूत होती है। हम त्रिनादपि शुनिचेन श्लोक सुनते हैं, लेकिन यह बाहर से दीनता प्रकाश करने से नहीं होगा, और दीनता नहीं आएगी जब तक ऐसे उस त्रिनादपि शुनिचेन श्लोक में प्रतिष्ठित जो वैष्णव हैं, जो स्वयं उस भावना उनकी हम सेवा, उनका संग नहीं करेंगे। संग मतलब केवल शारीरिक संग नहीं, उनके आदेशों का, उपदेशों का अपने जीवन में पालन नहीं करेंगे, तब तक हमारे हृदय में दीनता आएगी नहीं। दीनता के लिए श्रेष्ठ संग आवश्यक। हमारे उदाहरण देते थे कि बहुत बड़ा पहलवान जब वो अपने गुरुजी के सामने आता है तो वो समस्त विजयी होने पर भी झुक जाता है। पिता सुप्रीम कोर्ट का जज हो सकता है, लेकिन जैसे ही वो अपने पिताजी के सामने आता है तो वह पुत्र रूप में स्वीकार कर लेता है। इसी प्रकार अगर आप श्रेष्ठ संग में रहेंगे तो दीनता आपकी स्वाभाविक प्रकाशित होगी। तो अगर मुझे दीनहीन बनना है तो जब मैं वैष्णवों के, अपने से उन्नत वैष्णवों, श्रेष्ठ वैष्णवों के संग में रहूंगा तो उनका व्यवहार आचरण देखकर अवश्य ही मेरे हृदय में दीनता प्रकाशित होगी। किसी की भगवत सेवा में बाधा नहीं डालकर उन्हें भगवत सेवा हेतु अधिकाधिक उत्साहित करना ही वैष्णवता है। हम सभी प्रयास करते हैं, हमारे प्रयासों में दोष है हो रह सकते हैं। महाराज जी का एक सिद्धांत था कि कभी किसी की कितनी भी कोई सेवा की इच्छा हो, उसमें उसको बाधा नहीं करते। महाराज जी ब्रह्मचारी समय में वो कहते थे, कोई ब्रह्मचारी जो उनसे मठवास में कनिष्ठ है वो आकर महाराज जी को बोलता है, महाराज मैं आपके कपड़े धो देता हूँ। तो महाराज जी ने एक बार उनको कहा, मना नहीं किया, तो मैं क्या करूँगा? तो महाराज जी बोलते हैं कि मैं अपने से उन्नत वैष्णव की सेवा कर लूँगा। ये विचार करना कि ये अगर मेरी सेवा कर देगा तो मेरा जो सुकृति है वो कुछ कम हो जाएगा, ऐसा विचार नहीं है। वो उस भक्त की सेवा करने की इच्छा है, आप उसे सेवा करने देंगे और मैं अपने मंगल के लिए अपने से उन्नत वैष्णव की सेवा करके अपना मंगल लाभ करूँगा। तो इस प्रकार अनेक महाराज जी की शिक्षाएं हैं, इसको पढ़ेंगे तो शाम तक हो जाएगी, इसको संक्षेप में रखेंगे। एक वो बात बोलते थे कि हरि नाम औषधि है, लेकिन हर औषधि के साथ अनुपान आवश्यक है। तो वैष्णव सेवा ही वह अनुपान है जिसके बिना हरि नाम रूपी औषधि कभी काम नहीं कर सकती। तो ये उनकी इतनी सुंदर सुंदर उदाहरण देते थे, बहुत सुंदर कथा सुनाते थे कि एक राजा को बहुत बड़ा रोग हुआ और उस रोग को कहीं चिकित्सा नहीं हो रही है। बहुत बड़ा वैद्य को बुलाया गया। वैद्य ने कहा, आपके रोग का इलाज मेरे पास है, लेकिन अनुपान जो चाहिए वो महीने ही मिलेगा, तो आपका मैं इलाज नहीं कर सकता। तो राजा ने सोचा कि अब तो जी के लाभ नहीं है, तो वो शरीर को त्याग देना ही अच्छा है। तो वह अलग से निकल के गया। एक नौका में उसे एक स्कल मिला, मनुष्य का क्या कहते हैं उसे, खोपड़ी में जल भरा था और उसने थोड़ी दूर में देखा कि एक सांप आया और उसमें खोपड़ी में उसको मुंह लगाकर वो चला गया। तो उसको लगा अच्छा ये तो जहर बन गया, जहर पीने से मेरी मृत्यु हो जाएगी और मेरा कल्याण हो जाएगा। उसने जल पी लिया, उसे कुछ नहीं हुआ, वापस आ गया। शायद भगवान की इच्छा नहीं है कि मेरी मौत हो। वैद्य से भेंट हुई, वैद्य ने को बताया कि ऐसे ऐसे मेरा तो जहर पीने भी मौत नहीं हुआ, लगता है मेरे को कष्ट भोगना ही पड़ेगा। तो जो वैद्य ने सुना कि नहीं, आपको अनुपान मिल गया, मेरे को पता था ऐसा कि एक व्यक्ति की खोपड़ी में रखे जल को जब कोई सर्प मुंह लगाएगा उसको आप पान करेंगे, इस अनुपान के साथ ही मेरी औषधि काम करेगी। तो आप अनुपान हो गया, मैं आपको औषधि दे देता हूँ, अभी आपका इलाज हो जाएगा। तो ये ऐसी सुंदर सुंदर कथाएं जो हमने ना पहले कभी सुनी ना उसके बाद अभी सुनने को मिलती हैं, वो सुनाकर हमारे हृदय में इस तथ्य को स्थापित कर देते हैं कि मैं अगर सोचता हूँ अकेला बैठकर हरि नाम करने से मेरा मंगल हो जाएगा, गुरुजी ने मंत्र दे दिया, अब रूम में बैठ के खूब मैं जोर से हरि नाम करूँगा, तो नहीं। वैष्णव सेवा वो अनुपान है जिसके बिना हरि नाम का मंत्र कार्य नहीं करेगा। तो इस प्रकार उनकी अनेकों कथाएं हैं। वैष्णवों का चरित्र अनंत है, उसकी लीला उसका वर्णन करना संभव नहीं। हम प्रयास करेंगे कि इसी श्रृंखला में महाराज जी के इस शतवार्षिकी वर्ष में उनकी अधिकाधिक महिमा कीर्तन श्रवण करें, कीर्तन करें और इसी प्रकार उनकी स्मृति में उनके आदेशों उपदेशों को पालन करने में जीवन को पालन करने का प्रयास करते हुए अपने जीवन को धन्य बनाएं। यही कहकर मैं अपनी वाणी को विश्राम देता हूँ। मेरी कुछ क्षमा कुछ से कर जोड़कर हार्दिक प्रार्थना है, बहुत ही अल्प का तो इसलिए आप क्षमा करेंगे। भक्ति विज्ञान भारती गोस्वामी महाराज की आविर्भाव तिथि महामहोत्सव
हरि बोल।
वैष्णव वृंद की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। Okay, yeah, just for the benefit of all gathered, I was just trying to repeat what are the summary of, we had compiled during his 2016 and 2017 Vyas Puja Mahotsav, which we celebrated in Puri, his teachings. So I was just reading from the compilation of his teachings. His first teaching was that the Lord, Bhagavan, the one who serves the Lord is called a devotee, one who is devoted to the Lord. But the Lord, Supreme Lord, is the one who is devoted, who is eager to serve his devotee. And the example he used to give was that of Kirchura Gopinath, how the Gopinath, the Lord himself, he stole one pot of sweet rice so as to glorify, to manifest the glories of his devotee Madhavendra Puripad to the whole world. In the next instruction, he says that in order the Lord, the Krishna and his devotees, the mercy of Lord Krishna and devotees, it is dependent not on anything else except their service full of love and affection. A service without love and affection will not bring fruits. Only when the service is immersed deeply in the mood of love with that relation, then only that service will bring the fruit in terms of attracting the mercy of the Lord. Because otherwise, if somebody is getting paid for his service, somebody is just wants some name and fame in return of his service outwardly may appear to be very sincere, but inwardly it will not be able to attract the mercy of the Lord. And then he also says, okay, one who does the more elevated association of elevated Vaishnava one receives, to that extent he becomes humble in his heart. And the true sense, humility cannot be practiced. It manifests in the heart as a result of the service and association of a truly humble, pure devotee of the Lord. So whenever you are in association of a senior, sincere, pure devotee, humility will automatically appear. Just like a tree which is full of fruits is automatically, it is bent. No, it is bent. So a tree is full of fruits, and that's why it is bent. So he used to say that one has to stay in association of the pure, higher, elevated devotees. And one should not be posing hindrance in anybody's willingness or inclination to serve. One's service may appear to be small, like that squirrel who wanted to make the path smooth by getting wet in the ocean. Then she will roll around in the sand and just sprinkle the sand on the path on which all the monkeys were trying to take the stones. So it's not the service, but the mood behind the service is important. Somebody may appear to be rendering a very minuscule service, but we should not try to ignore or neglect or discourage that service. We should always allow him, encourage him to do service, and and we should ourselves stay engaged in the service of senior Vaishnavas. And then, yes, one thing he used to say, important regarding Harinam, that though Harinam is the medicine, transcendental medicine, which Mahaprabhu gave for everyone's benefit, and we have all received Harinam from our spiritual master, who is a Siddha Mahapurush. But Harinam alone on itself will not result in my total spiritual welfare unless it is accompanied. It is prerequisite for Harinam to manifest is Vaishnava Seva. So unless I engage myself in the Vaishnava Seva, Harinam will not bring fruit. He used to narrate a beautiful story, a little too long for now to narrate, but the gist is that Harinam will bring fruit only along when it's accompanied with Vaishnava Seva. So today we are all gathered to serve, to honor, to please such an exalted Vaishnava, and we intend to celebrate such festival of Katha online as well as offline throughout the year to commemorate the 100th appearance year. And we also pray with folded hand and from the core of our hearts that he may allow us, he encourages us to manifest his Samadhi Mandir, where we can again restart his proper worship after deity installation in this very year itself. वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः.
Thank you, Premdas Prabhu, for so nicely explaining Maharaja's teachings. Sometimes, yes, we can have the vapu, the association, very close association with the Vaishnav. But unless we're also doing the Vani, following his teachings, then even though we have that association, we're not actually associating with him, because it requires that we're also following his instructions. So sometimes we hear there's two kinds of Sangha, of Vapu and Vani. But in another way, it's two kinds of Seva. we can serve in two different kinds of ways. But if we're doing one seva without the other, then it cancels it out. So when we're in the association of that Vaishnav, or when we're not in that association, by following their instructions, there is a transcendental connection, even though we're not aware of it maybe, but it's there. And that connection remains strong by us serving the instructions of that Vaishnav. So under the guidance of all the Vaishnavas and under their blessings, we're going to continue our festival for 1 year and remember Maharaj and share him in whichever way is possible. So I'm grateful myself to be a part of this, and now we will do Pushpanjali for Srila Maharaj and Guru Puja. Srila Bhakti-vijnana Bharati Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki jai. Sri Rupanuga Guru Varga ki jai. Gour Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. All the Vaishnavas ki jai. Sri Sannyas Gan ki jai. Gour Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. Okay, you want to sing? There's a mridanga here. You want the microphone stand? You want the stand? Oh, no, I don't want to sing. No, you sing. Okay, can you play mridanga? Okay. Okay, so if someone is ready, and who should we choose to sing? Which Vaishnav do you know that sings?
Nilesh, you want to sing? You want to sing?
Which Vaishnav should we ask to sing Shri Guru Charana Padma? Do you know them all?
Shri Guru Charana Padma.
না না ও ভালো করে ঠিক আছে ভক্তি ভাবন বৈষ্ণব মহারাজ ভক্তি বিচার জালিগর দর্শন মহারাজ মঠ চৈতন্য ভাগবত মঠ ভাবন ভাবন ভক্তি ভাবন
Marathi, I know. I meant the short one.
वो क्या
Which one?
Okay.
मंदिर खुलो ओके ओके आगे आरती हो आरती आरती जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गंधर्विका गिरिधारी राधा गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन जीव की जय जय विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शत परिव्राजक आचार्य तिदंडी स्वामी महाभागवत भक्ति विज्ञान भारती गोस्वामी महाराज शुभ आविर्भाव तिथिवारा महामहोत्सव की जय विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शत नित्यलीला पविष्ट गोपीनाथ गौड़ीय मठेर प्रतिष्ठाता भक्ति प्रमोद पुरी गोस्वामी महाराज की समवेत भक्त बिंद की निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे श्री गुरु चरण पद्म केवल भक्ति सद्मा মতে আরে বন্দময় সাবধান মতে আরে যাহারা প্রসাদে ভাই ভবতরি যায় যার আর যাহারা প্রসাদে ভাই ভবতরি যায়
ভাই এ ভবতরিয়া যা
হরে কৃষ্ণ প্রাপ্তি হায় যাহা হইতে
কৃষ্ণ প্রাপ্তি হয় যাহা হইতে
কৃষ্ণ প্রাপ্তি হায় যাহা হইতে
কৃষ্ণ প্রাপ্তি হয় যাহা হইতে
হর গুরু মুখ পদ্মা বাক চিত্ত করিয়া ঐক
গুরু মুখ পদ্ম বাক চিত্তে করিয়া
আর না করে মনে আশা আর না করে মনে আশা
আর না করিয়া মনে আশা
আর সে গর চরণে রতে সে উত্তম গতি
সে গুরু চরণে রতে সে উত্তম গতি
আরে যে প্রসাদে পুরে সর্বাসা
প্রসাদে পুরে সর্ব আশা
আরে যে প্রসাদে পুরে সর্বাসা
যে প্রসাদে পুরে সর্ব আশা
রে চক্ষু দান দিলা যে জন্মে জন্মে প্রভু সে
দান দিলা যে জন্মে জন্মে প্রভু
আরে চক্ষু দান দিলা যে জন্মে জন্মে প্রভু সে
দান দিলা যে জন্মে জন্মে প্রভু সে
দিব্য জ্ঞান হৃদয় প্রকাশিতা
জ্ঞান হৃদয় প্রকাশিত
দিব্য জ্ঞান হৃদয় প্রকাশিতা
জ্ঞান হৃদয় প্রকাশিত
প্রেম ভক্তি যাহা হতে অবিদ্যা বিনাশ যাতে
ভক্তি যাহা হতে অবিদ্যা বিনাশ
আরে প্রেম ভক্তি যাহা হতে অবিদ্যা বিনাশ যাতে
ভক্তি যাহা হতে অবিদ্যা বিনাশ যাতে
বেদে গাই যাহারা চরিতা
বেদে গায় যাহার চরিত
বেদে গাই যাহারা চরিতা
বেদে গায় যাহার চরিত
আরে সে গুরু করুণা সিন্ধু অধম জনার বন্ধু
করুণা সিন্ধু অধম জনার বন্ধু
সে গুরু করুণা সিন্ধু অধম জনার বন্ধু
করুণা সিন্ধু অধম জনার বন্ধু
লোকনাথ লোকের জীবন
লোকনাথ লোকের জীবন
আরে লোকনাথ লোকের জীবন
লোকনাথ লোকের জীবন
এ হা প্রভু করো দয়া দেহ মোরে পদ ছায়া
প্রভু কর দয়া দেহ মোরে পদ ছায়া
আরে হা প্রভু করো ঘুষুক ত্রিভুবনা
বেজার ঘুষুক ত্রিভুবনা
হে গুরুদেব পতিত পাবনা
গুরুদেব পতিত পাবনা
হে তুয়া পদলয় ন শরণা
আপদে লইল শরণ
গুরুদেবা জয় গুরুদেবা গুরুদেবা জয় গুরুদেবা
গুরুদেব জয় গুরুদেব গুরুদেব জয় গুরুদেব
জয় গুরুদেব জয় গুরুদেব জয় গুরুদেব জয় গুরুদেব
জয় গুরুদেব জয় গুরুদেব জয় গুরুদেব জয় গুরুদেব
জয় প্রভুপাদ জয় প্রভুপাদ জয় প্রভুপাদ জয় প্রভুপাদ
জয় প্রভুপাদ জয় প্রভুপাদ জয় প্রভুপাদ জয় প্রভুপাদ
হে কৃষ্ণ হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে হরে
কৃষ্ণ হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে
হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে
হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে
হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে
হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে
হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে
হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে
হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে
হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে
নিতাই গৌর হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল
হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল
নিতাই গৌর হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল
হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল
নিতাই গৌর হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল
জয় গৌর হরি বল
রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ
হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 রে হরে হরে রাম 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 হরে হরে
হরে কৃষ্ণ Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna